Capricorn, stop scrolling because the universe has a message you cannot ignore. September 20th isn't just another day, it's the moment your entire destiny shifts. On this powerful date, 3 life-changing blessings are aligning just for you. The first will unlock doors of abundance you've been waiting years for. The second will awaken a sacred bond of love and connection you thought was lost forever. And the third, the awakening of your destiny, the moment you finally understand why you were chosen for this path. Capricorn, this isn't coincidence. The universe has placed this message right in front of you at the exact time you needed it. You've been carrying the weight, the responsibility, the struggles. But now, it's your turn to rise. So stay with me until the end of this video, because these blessings are too important to miss, and one of them could appear in your life within hours of September 20th. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and comment below, I am ready to claim these blessings right now. Let's step into your destiny together. Blessing number 1, the Gateway of Abundance, Capricorn. The first and most immediate blessing arriving on September 20th is what I call the Gateway of Abundance. Now, abundance doesn't just mean money, it's more than the number in your bank account, more than the paycheck you receive every 2 weeks. True abundance is a state of being. It is when opportunities flow to you effortlessly, when recognition matches your effort, and when the universe finally says, yes, now is your time. For years, Capricorn, you've been planting seeds in silence. While others may have chosen the easy path, you carried the weight of responsibility. You worked harder than most, sacrificed pleasures for discipline, and stayed committed when others would have walked away. There were moments when it felt unfair, when you saw others receive rewards with half the effort you poured in. It sometimes felt as if the universe overlooked your loyalty and persistence. But here's the truth. The universe never forgot you. It was not denying you. It was preparing you. Every sacrifice, every tear, every late night, and every test was being recorded. And now, on September 20th, the stars align to finally unlock what has been waiting for you all along. This gateway of abundance opens directly in your financial and material sector. That means opportunities for growth, wealth, and stability are going to present themselves in ways you least expect. For some Capricorns, it could be a career breakthrough, perhaps a long-awaited promotion, an unexpected project that proves your brilliance, or even an invitation to step into a leadership role you once only dreamed of. For others, this abundance may show up in new streams of income. Maybe an investment you almost gave up on finally pays off. Maybe a business idea that once felt like a risk suddenly catches momentum. Maybe money that was owed to you, something you thought you'd never see again, finds its way back into your hands. But the universe wants you to understand something very important. This blessing is not just about financial wealth. It's about recognition. Capricorn, you are often the backbone, the one who carries the load for your family, your community, your workplace. You take responsibility without asking for applause. You endure without demanding acknowledgement. And yet, deep down, you've longed for someone to finally see your worth. On September 20th, that wish begins to materialize. The Gateway of Abundance ensures that your efforts will not only bear fruit, but also be seen, valued, and rewarded. Someone important, a boss, a mentor, or even a powerful new connection, will take notice. A door that once felt sealed shut will swing wide open. The recognition you've been waiting for will arrive, and it will carry opportunities that could change the trajectory of your life. The universe is saying to you, you've proven your strength, you've proven your loyalty, you've proven your persistence. Now it's time to receive. But here's the challenge, Capricorn, and it's one you must take seriously. You are cautious by nature. Sometimes that caution turns into doubt. Even when blessings knock on your door, you wonder, am I really ready? Do I truly deserve this? You second-guess yourself, delay decisions, or convince yourself to wait for the perfect moment. On September 20th, you cannot allow that voice to win. When the opportunity arrives, say yes. Don't overthink. Don't stall. Don't shrink yourself. Trust that the universe is handing you this abundance because you are ready for it. Think of it this way. Abundance isn't just about what comes in. It's also about your ability to receive. If your hands are closed, you can't catch the blessings. If your heart is guarded, you can't feel the fullness of recognition. This cosmic gateway requires you to open, not just financially, but spiritually and emotionally. And remember, money is energy, wealth is vibration. This surge of abundance won't just line your pockets, it will elevate your frequency. It will lift you into a higher vibration where opportunities flow naturally, where the right people show up at the right time, and where your energy becomes magnetic. Imagine this: doors swinging open where walls once stood, resources appearing where there once was lack, ideas flowing to you effortlessly, support arriving when you least expect it. This is the true essence of abundance. It is not a single paycheck. It is a river that continues to flow once you step into alignment with it. Capricorn, the mountain you've been climbing has been steep. There were times you wondered if the summit was even real. But this blessing reminds you that every step had meaning, every hardship had purpose. And now, at last, the summit is coming into view. Abundance is arriving, not in small amounts, not in fleeting bursts, but in waves strong enough to carry you forward into the next chapter of your destiny. So as September 20th approaches, prepare yourself, clear space in your mind, release doubt from your heart, make room in your life to receive, because once this gateway opens, the universe will not hesitate. It will pour into your life everything you've earned, everything you've prayed for, and everything you've been patiently waiting to claim. Capricorn, the gateway of abundance is real, and when it arrives, it will remind you that every sacrifice, every lonely climb, and every tear shed in silence was worth it. The time has come. The universe is ready. The only question is, are you ready to receive? Blessing number 2, the sacred bond of love and connection. The second blessing arriving on September 20th flows not into your bank account, but into something far more precious, your heart. Capricorn, you've always been known as the sign of discipline, structure, and responsibility. You are the one who gets things done, the one people rely on when everything feels uncertain. But here's the thing, because you've taken on that role, you've often placed your emotions last. You carry the weight of others, you sacrifice your needs to meet their demands, and in the process, your own heart has sometimes felt invisible. There have been moments when love didn't seem to recognize you, when your efforts in relationships felt unbalanced, and when you gave far more than you received. Some of you have carried heartbreak in silence, never letting others see how deep the wounds went. Others have remained strong on the outside, but quietly longed for a love that feels safe, supportive, and soul deep. On September 20th, that begins to change. A powerful cosmic alignment activates your relationships and emotional bonds, opening a channel for healing, connection, and genuine intimacy. For some Capricorns, this will come in the form of a new relationship, someone who sees past your armor, past the serious exterior, and straight into your soul. This person may arrive unexpectedly, almost as if guided by fate. They won't demand you to be anything other than yourself, and that in itself will feel like a revelation. For Capricorns already in a partnership, This blessing may appear as a moment of healing or reconnection. Tensions that once felt heavy will begin to dissolve. Misunderstandings may be replaced with forgiveness, and a deeper level of intimacy, emotional, spiritual, and physical, will begin to take root. But this blessing isn't limited to romance. Love, after all, has many forms. On September 20th, the energy also extends to family, friendships, and soul connections. Perhaps someone from your past, a friend, a family member, or even an old flame, reaches out with words that bring closure or healing. Perhaps a wound within your family that has been left unattended finally begins to mend. Or maybe you'll encounter someone entirely new who feels instantly familiar, as if your souls have known each other for lifetimes. This could be a soulmate, a kindred spirit, or a spiritual teacher who appears to guide you forward. Here's the deeper message. September 20th is about connection over isolation. For too long, Capricorn, you've carried the belief that you must do everything alone. You've believed that vulnerability is weakness, that relying on others is risky, and that independence is the only way to survive. But the universe is now saying, you are worthy of love. You are worthy of support. You are worthy of being held. This blessing is here to remind you that strength doesn't mean carrying the weight alone. True strength also comes from allowing others to share the load, to love you through the hard days, and to celebrate with you on the good ones. Yet, just like every blessing, this one comes with a choice. Capricorns are cautious when it comes to matters of the heart. You've been hurt before, and those wounds have taught you to build walls so high that even those with the best intentions struggle to climb them. And while those walls have protected you, they've also kept out the very love you've been yearning for. On September 20th, you'll be faced with a decision. Do you keep the walls intact, or do you allow them to soften? If you shut down, you risk missing the very connection the universe is trying to send. If you open up, even just a little, you will experience love in its purest, most healing form. Imagine this, sitting across from someone who truly sees you, not for what you do, not for the responsibilities you carry, but for who you are at your core. Imagine receiving a message that instantly lifts a weight from your heart, reminding you that you are not alone. Imagine realizing, perhaps for the first time in a long time, that you don't have to carry everything by yourself anymore. That is the blessing of September 20th. And here's the beauty of it. When love enters, it transforms everything. Relationships improve, family dynamics soften, friendships deepen. Even your career and finances flow more easily because love is a vibration that attracts abundance in all areas. Capricorn, the universe has not only chosen you for financial blessings, but for emotional ones. It's gifting you something you cannot buy, something you cannot force, a sacred bond of love and connection. This may come as a person, a reconciliation, or even a spiritual awakening of the heart. But whatever form it takes, it will be undeniable. You will feel it in your soul. So when September 20th arrives, open your heart, allow yourself to receive. Let go of the belief that you must always be strong, always be guarded. Vulnerability is not weakness, it is the bridge to love. Because when you let this blessing in, Capricorn, you'll discover something profound. Love was never missing from your life. It was always waiting for you to be ready to receive it. Blessing number 3, the awakening of destiny. Capricorn, the third and final blessing of September 20th, is the most profound of all. It goes beyond wealth, beyond recognition, beyond even the bonds of love. This blessing touches the very core of your existence, your destiny, more than money, more than love. This is about your soul's higher calling. For years, Capricorn, you felt a quiet whisper deep inside, a voice that says, you are meant for more. At times, you heard it faintly, like an echo in the background of your busy life. Other times, you silenced it, convincing yourself that stability, survival, and responsibility came first. And to be fair, you weren't wrong. Life demanded it. You became the rock, the anchor, the one others leaned on. But in doing so, you sometimes set aside your own spiritual mission. On September 20th, 2025, that whisper becomes a roar. The universe is turning up the volume on your higher purpose, demanding that you pay attention. You may suddenly feel a rush of clarity, a powerful inner knowing that makes you stop and say, "This is why I'm here. This is what I was born to do." This blessing is the awakening of destiny. How this awakening manifests. The awakening may come in many different forms depending on your path. For some Capricorns, it may appear as a career shift, an opportunity that nudges you toward work that aligns with your passions rather than just your paycheck. You may feel called to leave behind something safe but unfulfilling, stepping instead into a role that ignites your spirit. For others, it may unfold as a spiritual awakening. You may begin noticing synchronicities more than ever before, repeating numbers, prophetic dreams, random encounters that feel guided, or signs that feel too precise to ignore. Your intuition will sharpen, your inner compass will strengthen, and your connection to your higher self will become undeniable. You may suddenly feel called to write, create, teach, heal, or lead. Maybe you've had a gift your whole life but kept it hidden. On September 20th, that gift begins to rise, refusing to be ignored any longer. The truth is, Capricorn, this awakening isn't just about you, it's about the collective. The universe isn't just positioning you for personal success, it's preparing you to serve, to inspire, to heal, or to guide others. Your story, your strength, and your persistence are not just for you, they are tools to help others rise. The test of destiny. But like all blessings, this one comes with a test. Capricorn, you are practical, grounded, realistic. These qualities make you strong, reliable, and respected. But they can also become chains. Your logical mind sometimes holds you back from stepping into the unseen, the uncertain, the spiritual. This blessing is asking you to trust the unseen. On September 20th, you may feel the urge to make a move that doesn't make sense on paper. You may feel guided to walk away from something stable, to follow a calling that others don't understand. Logic may scream, "Don't do it." But your soul will whisper, "This is the way." The question is, will you follow it? If you do, you will align with your destiny. If you hesitate, you may delay the very blessings the universe is eager to deliver. The ripple effect of destiny. The awakening of destiny isn't just about personal gain, it's about legacy. What you step into after September 20th has the power to impact not only your life, but the lives of countless others. Your actions, your courage, your willingness to follow your calling could inspire someone you've never even met. A word you speak, a creation you build, or a decision you make could set off a ripple effect that changes the world in ways you may never fully see. Think about it. How many times has someone else's story inspired you, even though they had no idea you were watching? That's the kind of ripple you're stepping into. The universe is positioning you as a catalyst, as a beacon, as a soul whose climb up the mountain lights the way for others. The symbol of the mountain goat. Remember, Capricorn, your symbol is the mountain goat. You are the climber, the one who keeps going no matter how steep the path. You don't give up. You endure, you persist, you conquer. And now, after years of climbing, you're reaching not just the peak of success, but the summit of purpose. You've climbed mountains of responsibility. You've climbed mountains of survival. Now, you're climbing the mountain of destiny. September 20th marks the day you arrive at a plateau where everything suddenly makes sense. The struggles, the delays, the obstacles. They weren't punishments, they were preparations. Every step was training for this moment. Stepping into the role, Capricorn, destiny is not always loud. Sometimes it comes as a quiet certainty, a knowing that you cannot ignore. On September 20th, pay attention to what lights your soul on fire. Pay attention to the signs, the nudges, the opportunities that feel different. This is the universe's way of saying, step into the role I've always prepared you for. And here's the truth, you won't be stepping into it alone. The same universe that awakened your destiny will also provide the resources, connections, and guidance you need to fulfill it. You don't have to know the entire path right now. You just have to take the first step. Capricorn, the awakening of destiny is more than a blessing. It's a rebirth. It is the moment you stop surviving and start thriving. The moment you move from duty to purpose. The moment you realize that your life is not random, but divinely orchestrated. And once you embrace this awakening, everything else, abundance, love, recognition, will fall naturally into place. Because when you live your destiny, you live in flow with the universe itself. September 20th marks the turning point, the day the whisper becomes a roar, the day you claim the role the universe has been holding for you since the beginning. Capricorn, your destiny is calling. The only question is, will you answer? Capricorn, as we come to the end of this message, let's take a moment to breathe in everything the universe has revealed for you. September 20th is not just another date on the calendar. It's a divine checkpoint, a day where fate aligns and blessings pour into your life. You've heard the signs clearly: the gift of abundance, the sacred bond of love, and the awakening of destiny. These are not random chances. They are the universe's way of saying, you are ready. Capricorn, for too long, you've carried the weight of responsibility, often forgetting that you too are deserving of miracles. But this is your season. This is your turning point. The challenges you've endured were never meant to break you. They were preparing you for this exact moment. So when September 20th arrives, don't ignore the signs. Pay attention to the whispers of your intuition, the unexpected opportunities, the people who step into your life, and the feelings that rise in your heart. Every one of them carries meaning. Every one of them is a breadcrumb leading you closer to your highest destiny. And remember, blessings are not just about receiving, they are also about embracing. When love calls, open the door. When opportunity knocks, answer with courage. When your soul speaks, listen and follow. Capricorn, the universe has chosen you, and now it's your time to step fully into your power. Trust the process, believe in the signs, and walk forward with faith. September 20th is not just bringing blessings, it's bringing transformation. If this message resonated, claim it in the comments with, I am ready for my blessings. Because Capricorn, the universe is already moving in your favor.